Candidates, please be ready for the passage. Honorable members, it gives me immense pleasure to address the joint sitting of the two houses of Parliament. In the history of our democracy, 2019 is an important milestone. We, the people of India, are celebrating the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, this year. This year, our country will also celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Constitution Day. I am glad that our country is following the dreams of Gandhiji to build an inclusive society based on ethics and principles. Our nation is moving ahead, guided by the ideals of social and economic justice as enshrined in the Constitution. Honorable members, the country was passing through a phase of uncertainty. After the elections, my government assumed charge and vowed to build a a new India with no place for imperfect, corrupt systems and lack of development. From day one, the mission of my government, based on transparency, was to improve the lives of our citizens, to eradicate their difficulties owing to poor governance, and to make sure that the benefit of public services reaches the lowest strata of the society. The targets of my government were determined by countless and helpless faces, such as that poor mother who cooked in a smoke filled kitchen, that helpless sister who was compelled to postpone her own treatment due to financial worries despite serious illness, that daughter who had to wait the whole day until the cover of darkness for going to the toilet, the child who was compelled to wait for daylight to study because there was no electricity, that farmer who was caught in the anxiety of repaying his loan while watching his crops damaged by hail storm, the youth who was unable to earn his livelihood because no bank would lend to him. These very thoughts have shaped the schemes of my government. These ideals have been the touchstone of my government's work. In the last 4.5 years, my government has infused new hope and confidence among the people of the country, enhanced the country's image, and has effectively brought in social and economic change. As a result, my government has been able to win immeasurable affection and trust of the people. The main goal of my government is to improve the life of every Indian. Honorable members, you will agree that for an inclusive and modern development of our country, it needs to be ensured that not a single family is deprived of fundamental needs. My government, which is sensitive to the needs of the common people and understands their pain, has prioritized provision of basic amenities, addressed health concerns of the people, and implemented the government schemes at an unprecedented pace after restructuring them. Under the health care scheme, 50 crore poor people are eligible for availing treatment up to rupees 5 lakh per year. per family in case of a serious illness. In a short period of 4 months, more than 10 lakh poor people have already availed free treatment from hospitals under this scheme. The endeavor of my government has also been on reducing the burden of out of pocket expenses on medical care for the poor and the middle class people. More than 700 different medicines are being dispensed at low cost. Similarly, reduction in the cost of cardiac stents has resulted in an annual saving of about rupees 4,600 crores to the poor and middle class. Reduction in cost of knee replacement has led to a substantial annual saving. My government has provided the facility of dialysis free of cost to those suffering from kidney diseases. This has resulted in a saving of more than rupees 2000 per session for these people. In addition, lack of toilets had forced crores of Indians, especially our daughters and daughters-in-law, to lead an undignified and unhealthy life. Under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, more than 9 crore toilets have been constructed. It is the outcome of this mass movement that coverage of rural sanitation that was less than 40% in 2014 has increased to 98%. According to an assessment, because of the toilets built, numerous poor persons have been spared of various kind of diseases and several lakh lives have been saved. In the year of the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, we must remember that we have resolved in his memory to achieve this by 2nd October. Honorable members, many of our mothers, sisters and daughters used to suffer from various illnesses because of smoke-filled kitchens, which also affected health of the entire family, and much of their effort and time were spent in collecting firewood. My government has provided more than 6 crore cooking gas connections to such sisters and daughters. Even after decades of efforts, there were only 12 crore gas connections in the country in 2014. In a short period of last 4.5 years, 13 crore families have been provided gas connections. Madam Deputy Speaker, past 5 years have seen massive improvement in health care. Earlier, a poor man used to be in dilemma whether to fulfill daily needs of the family or save the life of an ailing member. This situation has deeply pained, which motivated us to launch the world's largest healthcare program called Ayushman Bharat to provide medical treatment to nearly 50 crore people. Already close to 10 lakh patients have benefited from medical treatment, which would have cost them rupees 3,000 crore through free treatment made available under the scheme. Lakhs of poor and middle class people are also benefiting from reduction in the prices of essential medicines, stents and knee implants, and availability of medicines at affordable prices. Madam Deputy Speaker, the Aspirational Districts program is providing targeted development to the most backward districts of the country. The program has achieved very good results with improved performance on all indicators such as health and nutrition, education, agriculture and water resources, financial inclusion, and skill development.